Need to dust you off. Is that really you? You're back. Or should I say, are we back? Lots been going on. I gotta go get some milk, so let's talk. A lot has happened, but I haven't put my seatbelt on yet, so you may want to buckle up for this one. There's a lot of stuff that is happening in our world. Look how beautiful it is out here. Hey guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Matt.
I'm Molly.
I'm Tyler. I'm Ben. And I'm Nick.
And we're Streamin Freedom.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
One of the bad things about working from home is that when your wife needs something and you're at home or in your RV, she thinks that you're available. And so I'm going to get milk because she made macaroni and cheese, heated up the noodles, and we don't have milk for the macaroni. Lesson number one from this video is if you're making mac and cheese, make sure you have all the ingredients before you start cooking. That lesson's for you, Molly. Okay, I'm here at the store. I'm gonna go get the milk. I'll be right back. All right, got it. Let's get our mac on.
You may notice something. We are in a house.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Believe it or not, we're in a house.
We're in a house.
We're in a house, but I'm gonna go play.
See you guys.
Yep, we're in a house. And now I have a bathtub.
So we're in a new house, and we have tons to tell you about the journey of deciding that. But today's video, we wanted to capture the 10 things that changed for us during 1,000 days on the road. I got it that time. All right, let's do this. Number one.
We're going up. Should start with the 10. All right, number one. You do not have to be busy to be productive.
Yeah, I think life before we left on the road was jam-packed. We swore we weren't going to be those parents that had their kids and everything. We only had 2 kids, even at an age where they could play football and stuff, but we had them doing so much.
Let's be honest. I remember coming to you and saying, do you remember this conversation?
I don't remember any of this.
Why do our kids need to be in so many things? And you said that's just what moms do.
I don't remember. I plead the fifth on this. So our point is, when we hit the road, we obviously had to take our kids out of football. Go, Ben, run! Ben, run! Ben, run, run, run! All the way, buddy, all the way! Keep running, Benny! Keep running, Benny, keep running! Keep running, Benny! All the way, buddy! All the way, buddy! Martial arts.
Get your legs, get his legs, get his legs, get his legs, get his legs. There you go, Tyler, nice roll, nice roll.
Scouts, church
Basketball.
activities, basketball, so many things, which we're not against, and we plan on doing some of those things with our kids again, but we were a little overboard with that.
Elmer with the tackle! Oh, yeah!
Way overboard.
But being on the road, our kids were plenty engaged in activities, but we learned that you can slow down a little bit, and your kids don't need to be doing 80,000 things at any given time. And that honestly was a huge blessing for us.
Yeah. And I think the productivity that occurred happened within our family
Yeah, absolutely.
and the memories that we made.
Yeah. So we love the recognition that being busy doesn't necessarily mean that your family is operating in the most efficient way possible.
And I hate being busy.
It's better to be chill. Yeah, free. Do what you want. Number two is,
Love of nature.
yeah, this was a big one for me.
Yeah, Matt hated nature.
He
liked
what are you saying? No, I didn't hate nature before.
Just joking.
I
You
just-
just didn't spend a lot of time out in nature.
No, I spend a lot of time building businesses and being about my businesses. And because nature is so close when you're traveling in an RV, it's just out the door so many times. And so many of the RV parks we stayed at were actually campgrounds. And so it was always right there. And I'd start going on walks with my kids and the hikes that we've done and the activities that we've done. And I have to admit that I found a greater connection to God and to myself in nature. I love, that's why we're here shooting this up here on the mountains. I mean, it's freaking beautiful. Check this out. Let me show you. Yeah, let me show you this.
Oh, the camera is very precariously balanced.
Beautiful, right? Number three. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
You can count. Good job.
Yeah. It's always been good at math.
Oh, we can do hard things.
And one of the big changes was our ability to really do some hard stuff. What does that mean?
Living in a tiny space with 5 people.
Yeah, having not so much clothes when things get dirty.
Living in a tiny space with 5 people.
Having one bathroom. Yeah, I think that really there was a journey that went on inside of each of us, which was, how do you do this? How do you make this work? And especially in the last part, as we were going through trying to figure out what we're going to do, some of the breaking of the bus and some of the stresses of those things, it became a place where I had to learn how to, amidst all the chaos, when there's nowhere to go, learn how to be with other people and be at peace. And meditation has become a big part of my life. I've never meditated before, but through...
Be at peace in the out of control.
Yeah.
Sorry, that probably wasn't loud enough. Let me say it again.
No. The thing for me was really, can you create, peace in the chaos and do those hard things? And I feel like I'm much better at that. Oh, number 4 is my ability to fix crap.
He is a man of many, many talents, but he's not a handyman.
I'm not really a handyman. I didn't used to fit. I did build those shelves in my office. I did do that. But that was about it before I got on the road. And being on the road, really, I had to do so many things.
Except after you changed the oil in the bus that one time in Lindsay and Jake's driveway.
That was not my best.
He no longer did the oil change.
So I was successful getting the oil out. I just wasn't successful at catching all the oil. So, yeah, that's the mess I made because the wind was blowing. But I mean, I've fixed
the batteries.
the batteries.
Oh God.
All right, somehow, unlike many of the projects that I've done that I do not successfully complete, I have successfully installed a new set of batteries. Look at that. I even put new cables and everything. Look how big that looks.
And he didn't shock yourself too bad.
No, they still work good. So the battery fix was good. And
and just a lot of other just rinky-dink things that I had to figure out, from the water heater to the, just all sorts of stuff. And so I'm much more mechanically inclined than I was before. I feel like I'm more of a man than I used to be.
Thank
So,
goodness for you.
if you're looking to become a man,
watch YouTube.
watch a lot of YouTube videos and go get an RV. Number 5. Oh, I was gonna do, you do 1 and I do 4. Yeah. Or we could do like that 5 that's like one of these and then the line through it. You know that? Like when you draw them?
Yeah.
Okay.
The tallies.
Okay, what was number 5?
Our connection to each other.
To me and you? More us to our kids.
Oh, we didn't get connected. Jeez.
So-
You can look at it as a family as a whole.
Yeah.
Our connection as a family, our connection with our kids as parents, our connection as a couple.
Yeah, so when you're in that tiny of a space, there's nowhere to go to process the emotion. So you have to learn to process it together. And I remember a moment in the Airstream, or probably 3 months in or whatever, and the boys were having a breakdown, and I talked to each one, and Ben just came out and he was like, Tyler, I know how hard it is to be the big brother, and I know I give you a hard time, but I wouldn't want to do it, and you're really doing a good job. It was just something like that, and it was just, It was cute as could be, because he was showing empathy for his brother. And he said, it's okay if you cry sometimes if you're having a hard time.
I respect people who cry.
Oh yeah, respect.
It's
so
okay
cute.
to show emotions.
And it really said to me, man, this was a moment that we couldn't run away from, and because of that, we were so much more connected. We caught it on film, hugging your brother. Honestly, really huge growth around our connection to each other, and especially me to our kids. I think that's been, I really feel like I've even noticed since we moved back in the house that there's a little bit more disconnection, and I've got to pay more attention to being connected with our kids.
Not with me, because I'm with them all the time.
She has a lot of connection with our kids.
I need a little disconnection.
Yeah, she does.
Not really.
Number 6. That was good. Synchronized sixing. Okay, so
That could have been something else.
so synchronized sixing is
Learning to live with less. I've always liked. Part of me there's always liked less. I think living in a house, you get caught up and you think you need all the things.
Yeah, you need
to
every
decorate,
closet full and every wall
fill every
decorated,
space. And I think it's just human nature to fill a space when you have space to fill.
yeah.
But man, do I love purging.
Well, you've always loved to purge, but I think
But I
what
would
you've
collect
learned
more stuff and
is that you don't have to buy it, so you don't have to purge it.
yeah. Now that we've moved back into a house for a little bit, we went through our storage unit, got rid of a lot of stuff, and I only want to buy what we need.
We're going to pause the 10 here and just tell you, so what we've decided to do is we're renting so that we can decide, one, so that we can have a base camp somewhere where the bus isn't working. We're not mooching off of somebody's house or couch or whatever. And 2, to give a little bit more stability around my business and some other things that we're trying to grow here. But we still plan on traveling. We're not getting rid of the bus as far as plans go right now, and we want to keep traveling. In fact, we've got quite a few trips we haven't shared with you yet to 2 different countries that we are going to be sharing with you shortly. And so some awesome stuff coming down the line around the travels from the past, and we plan on traveling more in the future. We actually have a trip coming up in not too far future as well. So we're going to bring you on those adventures. Let's move on though to number 7.
Appreciation for the little things in like a normal, stable life.
Yeah, so I think
That's easy to take for granted.
Yeah, I think you sometimes forget how nice it is to have indoor plumbing, and that doesn't freeze when it's 20 degrees.
Yeah, or have water.
Water, yeah, that doesn't freeze when it's 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Or even the wonderful bathtub.
I missed my bathtub.
Yeah, you really like your bathtub.
I think the first 2 weeks in the house, I took a bath 2 times a day.
Yeah. Now, some RVs do have bathtubs, so you may want to consider that if this is too much of a sacrifice for you to make if you're going to go travel. 1,000 days on the road has been amazing for us, and we've learned so much, we've enjoyed so much, but I think it really has, like now living in a house, there's so many things that we appreciate. You know, being able to park my vehicle in a garage.
A dishwasher.
And some of the space that you get, you know, the house we're in is about 10 times the size of our RV as far as square footage goes. And so that makes quite a bit of difference in being able to get stuff done, have a little bit more quietness, right? And
when
so,
the weather's bad.
Yeah.
You're stuck inside.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to be inside when the weather's bad. So I think there's really a huge appreciation. We'll probably make another video on that in the future, but definitely want to say that we are definitely more grateful than we've ever been for the little things in our life. All right, let's move on. Number 8. All right, so number 8
are all the amazing things around the country.
Yeah, I don't think we knew before, you know, what this country had to offer, and
food.
That's changed us inside.
The food.
Me physically, an extra few pounds. But
okay, not just food, but food is one of my love languages.
Yeah, I think the people, right? I don't think you can really shift your perspective of people unless you live where they live and are around them. And we've got to go to church in different places around the country.
And just the culture that exists in the different areas of the United States.
Yeah, it really is fascinating to see. And it's really interesting to actually go live in these communities and see the diversity of perspective. And it helps you to understand people better than you did before. And I think that's been a big change in me that I felt is my understanding of people that aren't like me or prefer things that I don't prefer. I thought
I gave that to you.
That you have done that for your type of person, yes. But you know, there's you know, from whether it's the Missouri people who love their fast food and are, you know, love their hunting, to, you know, the Floridians and their tourism and their beaches and their, you know, the California laid backness, the Northwest, you know, liberalism, the, you know, Utah conservatism,
or the sweet Southern draw.
Oh yeah, and like Georgia
and Alabama,
Tennessee,
yeah.
Yeah, it's just, you know, there's just so many different kinds of people in this world, and it just changes you when you get so much exposure. Even the Northeast, you know, I thought New York was going to be a bunch of jerks, and dude, they're freaking great people up there. It's been fascinating, and it's changed me and my perspective of people. I think that for nothing else has been one of the great benefits of this. Not to mention some of the great people that we've grown close to because of this journey. Now on to
number 9. And
number 9 is we're all a little older.
Yep.
Our hair's changed.
Yeah.
And my beard's changed.
You get a short beard.
Well, today I am going to make some changes. About a year ago, I started growing this thing out, and Molly has decided that it is time to trim it up. So let's do it. And there it is. So, what do you think? Do I look younger?
It's been short, it's been long.
And
my hairline, I think, is receding.
Tyler changed the most.
Yeah.
He was 10, just about to turn 11 when we first started traveling, and now he is 13, turning 14 this summer. And you can watch the videos and physically see the change from little kid to teenager.
Yeah, becoming a young man.
And hear his voice change.
Benny was 9, 10? 9, yeah, and now he's 12. And little Nick was just 5 years old, and now he's 8.
Hello. Ben is gonna ask me some questions. Hi. Okay, so we put up some questions for me, Ben, and Nick that we're gonna answer. And so Ben's gonna read them to me. So go ahead.
So, what is your name?
My name is Tyler. What's your name?
My name's Ben. My real name's Benjamin, but most people call me Ben or Benny.
Hi.
Wake up. I'm waking.
Okay. Okay, what's your name? Nick.
So these last 3 years, we've all gotten a little older, and some of us gotten a little bigger, but it's fun to watch the growing up. Not so fun to watch the growing out. And number 10 is the biggest change in our life has been we're pretty private and pretty to ourselves. We still fall into that sometimes, as those of you that have been waiting for this video to come out recognize. But we've decided to share our lives with more people, and we want to continue that. And so you guys are number 10. We didn't know any of y'all, and we had no clue that people would be interested in our story and our journey. And although some people may choose to unsubscribe as they hear that we aren't just living in the RV, we've never pretended to be that as a family and that as our identity. We've never been the minimalists, never been the RV life or van life only people.
We like to enjoy everything, enjoy life, and however it shows up in whatever season we're in. And now this season we're in a rent house up in Utah, and who knows where we'll end up next. I'm hoping a beach house.
Molly's already talking about beaches. Maybe because it's got so much snow up here.
Well,
I
one
think
day.
really what it is that we're about is exactly what our name says, freedom. And you're our freedom family. And so in the future videos, we've got more coming to you about how to live free. We don't want to just be a story. We want to be a resource to you. And so now that I'm stable, and I'm putting some resources together for you that'll be coming down the line, because so many people have said, what happened to you? Did you win the lottery? And we didn't.
I wish.
That would be nice. But we have figured out how to live free inside, how to live free outside or outwardly.
And your free might look different from our free and might look different from the next person's free, whether that's in a tiny house or a big house in the mountains or a shack on the beach or in an RV driving around the country.
Yeah, it's really about freedom to
do what you want.
Get to experience life the way you want to experience. And that's what we stand for. That's what we live for. That's what we're trying to teach our kids is possible. And however that shows up, we can't wait to continue to share it with you. And so guys, today's been a video all about the changes that we've experienced, the top 10 changes that we've noticed in ourselves after being on the road for 1,000 days. But there's one more change they don't know about.
Yeah, and I still can't believe it.
So you better subscribe.
Well, Benny always goes, subscribe, ring that bell, give us a thumbs up. And I probably don't do it as good as him because Benny is Benny and you just can't beat Benny.
Thanks for joining us again for our journey. We will be back very soon. I've already got the next video in the works. And
Pinky promise?
I pinky promise. See? I pinky promise. Check this view out. Here, lay down, honey, so they can see the view. Lay down. Can you guys see the view now? See it? It's really pretty. Do you see the view?
Our Jeep's not comfortable.
We're on the Jeep. See? We're on the Jeep.
I'm about to get off the Jeep.
Hopefully no cops pull us over at the bottom of the road. I don't know if we're supposed to be up here. We'll see, I guess.
Oh, oh, oh.